Welcome to the Love Circle. Welcome to the Love Circle as we come together for this evening watch today as we are praying for the nations. We are still praying for every nation, every tribe, and every tongue. And we are definitely covering every region and every territory as well. Every region and every territory to the four corners of the earth. And yesterday, if you missed it, the focus was somewhat on Mishle of Proverbs 10:22, as the number 1022 keeps popping up everywhere, which is the blessing of our Maker, our Creator, the Most High, is given to us and adds no sorrow with it. So we know that we have the blessings, we have the promises, the miracles are being fulfilled in real time, even though we may not see it just yet. I want to read that verse one more time because it is so powerful. Many people are talking about that particular verse right now. And I believe that is a confirmation for that particular verse or that particular promise more than it is actually just words. It is something that is going to be manifested or is already manifested. Thank you so much for joining in wherever you're watching from. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and connect if you're new. Thank you so much for joining in. How are you doing? Alyssa, how are you doing? I think it's Brain. Melissa, Brain. Well, Alyssa, Brain, whoever's watching live on the replay, blessings to each and every one of you. I am searching to read that one again because that is powerful. I want to read it word for word. I don't want to miss any words in it because it was definitely one that has been coming about over and over and over again. And it started on October the 12th on the Gregorian calendar, actually. It didn't just start yesterday, but this has been brewing for some time with this particular promise. Let's see, October the 12th. There it is. I found it. I've located it so I can read it again. And it reads as follows. The blessing of Adonai brings wealth, and Adonai adds no trouble with it. Many translations may say no sorrow with it, but no sorrow, no trouble. We know that when we are blessed, it's going to be a real blessing. It's not going to bring us sorrow. It's going to bring us joy. And we're going to get into talking about the evening watch and what it is to watch and to pray, because we are always to watch. There are so many prayer watches. There are approximately 8 3-hour increments each. We talked about this before some time ago, what it is to watch and pray. Many talk about watching and praying and fasting and praying, but not too many today talk about the feast time. As we know, Queen Esther, she had that time of fasting for 3 days, a 3-day dry fast. And then after that, there was the feast. So we need to be alert, awake, and aware that there is a time to feast. It's not always about fasting. It's not always about prayer, but there's a time where we get to that place where we need to have that feast, where we need to celebrate, because we are in the victory season and this is celebration time. So we're going to have a lot to celebrate, not that we don't already. So we should always focus on what is good, what is positive, rather than to focus on that which is not. And avoid all of the distractions that would take us away from keeping our eyes fixated on the Most High El Elyon, our Maker, our Creator. I can't wait to get into this and to read powerful, this powerful evening watch prayer or evening prayer from TEHILLIM or Psalm 141. Because every time we speak something into the atmosphere, it's going to cause a reaction. It's going to cause a vibration. It's going to cause something to move. Just like you speak to the mountains and they move. Just like you speak into the atmosphere to recalibrate it. Atmosphere shifting and all of that. It sounds very small, but it is not, because words carry weight and words carry power. So we need to be mindful of the words that we speak, because there are times when our words are going to boomerang back to us. So we want to be sure that we're speaking words of life. More importantly, first and foremost, we want to speak words of love. We want to speak words of life. We want to speak words that are light producing, and we want to speak words that are truth, that are the truth. We don't want to speak what is not true, because then it's not going to open the door to freedom. It's not going to open the door to the promises and the miracles and the blessings with our names on it. So you and I both have a book. And within that book, we have chapters and pages. That's right. We're like scribes in a sense. And our Maker, our Creator, is allowing us to be the co-author of our book for our love story, our life story, and everything else in between. So we need to be very careful of what we write, as we are to write the vision and make it plain. We are to write what is our portion. We are to write what is for us. And what is not for us, we need to definitely not include it. How are you doing today, Bradley? Thank you so much for joining in, Bradley Perez. So we're going to get started and go into this time, and whatever resonates with you, my prayer for each and every one of you, and for myself included, is that we all will allow ourselves to get to that secret place and meditate day and night, night and day, and continue to stoke those flames, the fires, so that the fire will never go out in our hearts or in our homes, that it will continue to burn brightly. Because we should all desire that fire of love. We should all desire to walk in that way that is the kingdom way, that will release those blessings and promises, not just for ourselves, but for others as well. Not just for our bloodline and our love line, but for all people, every nation, every tribe, every tongue, in every region, in every territory, to the four corners of the earth. We have to get to that place where we bombard heaven, not just for ourselves, but for others as well, because we are to be sacrificial and selfless as well. And some of us are waiting, or think we're waiting for something that has not come yet. But I'm telling you, there are times where there is going to be an amazing shift and shaking that is going to propel us into that place of victory. We're already there, even though it may not seem like it. That's why we have to use our spiritual senses and ask our Maker to sharpen and heighten our spiritual senses, so that we can be led into the right way, doing the right things at the right time with the right people. Otherwise, we are not going to see everything that we want to see as quickly. But just because you may be having some friction or turbulence, that doesn't mean that you're not in the right place. There are times when there is some turbulence, just like that on a plane. If you're on an airplane or a jet or whatever, you will, from time to time, experience some turbulence. So don't allow the shaking to cause you to lose hope, because everything is going to work out just fine as long as we do our part and have the understanding that our creator, our maker, already knows exactly what we need and when we need it. So we're never forgotten. We're never ever forgotten. Even though it may seem like it sometimes, we are never forgotten. We are always remembered. We're always remembered in every season and in every situation. Our case, we have a case in the courts of heaven. So we know that we are definitely winners. We are never losers, regardless of what happens. Circumstances are always temporary, but we should always be sure that we're anchored in pure, perfect love. As you know, that divine love is going to unlock the keys to everything in our lives. Everything that we need. Love is the root and love is the key. Definitely. Definitely. So what are you believing for? What are you waiting for? Or what are you hoping for? But more importantly, we need to be the ones who put a demand in the land for whatever it is that we're believing for, because we cannot allow ourselves to get to that place where we have doubt or where we are wavering, where we don't believe it's going to happen, or where we are discouraged, because we should always be encouraged, because somebody cannot talk, somebody cannot walk, somebody cannot hear or see. Somebody is having a difficult time. And we are blessed beyond measure, and we are blessed to be a blessing. So we should always desire to bless others no matter what. There are many different ways to bless. It doesn't always have to be something tangible. Some people always think the only way to bless somebody is with money, but yet the angels and the animals have zero currency. But they definitely know how to survive. Not just survive, they know how to have fun. They know how to be obedient. So it is necessary for us to be covenant keepers as well, even though many people think you cannot keep the covenant. But there are times we just need to renew our vows. Even if we may have not always gone in the right direction, there is that time when we can realign and where we can get to that place that we need to be. Because think about it, our maker, our creator is so gracious and merciful towards us, so kind, and gives us favor. We do have favor. So we're going to get into this 141, and then we're going to do some declarations and close out for tonight, so everybody can get a good night's sleep. So everybody can rest well, so we all can count our blessings, because we have many. If you can walk and you can talk and you can eat and drink and sleep, that's a blessing in itself, because some are not even able to do that. So we should never take anyone or anything for granted. If you have children, be thankful, because some people do not have children. Or for some people, their children are not here anymore, and they're having a difficult time with that. Here we are. This is TEHILLIM, or Psalm 141. And this is the Tree of Life version. Of course, you could follow along or read whatever version you want to read, or if you don't want to read it all, you just want to listen, that's fine as well. So this is TEHILLIM 141, or Psalm, Tree of Life version, and this is the evening petition for protection. The evening petition for protection, a Psalm of David, or in the original text, I believe it was Dawad. But anyway, we're going to get into it, and we're going to personalize it to ourselves rather than just to read it, because I believe truly that we need to personalize these declarations and these prayers for ourselves and for those close to our hearts and those whom we are connected to, or those who are connected to us, because it makes it more powerful instead of just reading something. And it starts with this. This is verse 1. Adonai, I call to you. Come quickly to me. Hear my voice when I call to you. May my prayer be set before you like incense. May the lifting up of my hands be like the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, Adonai, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Let not my heart turn to any evil thing, to practice deeds of wickedness with men that work iniquity, nor let me eat of their delicacies. Let the righteous strike me. It is kindness. Let them correct me. It is oil on my head. My head will not refuse it. Yet still my prayer is against their wickedness. Their judges are thrown down from a cliff. Then they will hear my words, since they are sweet. As when one plows and breaks open the earth, so our bones are scattered at the mouth of Sheol. For my eyes are towards you, Adonai, my maker. In you I have taken refuge. Do not expose my soul. Keep me from the jaws of the trap that they have laid for me, and from the snares of the evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while I pass by safely. And I think about how incense arises, and how our prayers and our praise and our proclamations, our declarations, decrees, and our cries are that like incense sometimes. And the cry of the mothers, if you did not watch that live video, please go back and find it and watch it from the live on this channel. When it talks about how Rahel cried out. Remember, there were so many mothers that had cried out in history over time, and their tears became a prayer, because we often think that a prayer has to be from the scrolls, or prayer has to be a song, or it has to be this and it has to be that. But simply, our prayer is communication with our Maker, our Creator. Sometimes the best prayers are the silent prayers. Sometimes it's better when we don't say anything, and our Maker searches our heart and hears us, what we're thinking, because our Maker knows our thoughts. We don't have to inform our Maker, our Creator, of anything. The Most High El Elyon, El Shaddai, knows everything about us, even more than we know about our own selves. So we have to depend and trust in our Maker, our Creator, and not ourselves or anyone else or anything else. When you get to that place, that secret place where you are at that mountaintop or valley or wherever you are, in the cave or wherever, where you meditate day and night, night and day, and hear the voice of truth for yourself, and you're in the presence of the angels. Not that you're not right now, you definitely are, but when you're in that place where nobody else is around and there are no distractions, there's no cell phone, no social media, nothing but what you need to hear for your particular case, for your life, for your particular situation. So we cry out for the mothers, those who are in pain. We cry out for those who have pain and are in pain, that their pain be no more. We declare and we decree no more pain, regardless of where the pain is, because that is not our portion. And we have been given authority and dominion over it. We have been given authority over it. We can cancel. We can cancel. We can block, break, cancel, destroy, disarm, disengage, dismantle, uproot what is not for us and for others. With our words, we can do it. We can definitely break the chains so the captives can be set free from pain, from problems. So we declare and we decree no more pain. We declare and we decree no more problems. We declare and we decree no more lack and poverty. We declare and we decree no more disease. We declare and we decree no more infirmity. We declare and we decree that the spirit of death and the manifestation of death is removed from our mind, body, soul, and spirit. For all of those who have difficulty sleeping, don't agree with insomnia. Do not get to that place where you can rest. And even if you can't go to sleep, I'm telling you, our Maker gives sleep to the beloved ones. And none of us are forgotten. None of us are cut off. We are not blocked, because our Maker is perfect, pure, authentic, divine, true, real love like none other. The love is so pure that it's so intoxicating, because that love does what? It heals, it saves, it delivers, it protects, it provides. And it's not something that I heard somebody else say or read somewhere. It's something that I have experienced for myself. To desire to have a divine encounter, even if you've already had them, even if you already see the angels, even if you already have communication with the angels and the animals, even if you already are in right standing with our Maker, our Creator, desire to go deeper, desire to get deeper and go deeper, to dive into and go deeper to the depths, so that you can have new revelation, so you can have new understanding and new clarity, so you can have what is new for your life. Let the doors close to the old things and the old ways and let it go. Whatever was old in your life. It doesn't have to be something that is of sin or a mistake or something that you did wrong. Perhaps it's something that somebody did wrong to you, but still let it go. Let it go. So we're going to declare and we're going to decree that every root of bitterness, unforgiveness, anger, and everything else of the like is removed from us without any residue or trace. Are you ready? Because we are talking this month and next month about how to disarm, disengage, dismantle, disrupt, and uproot that which is not for us. And it starts with our mindset. We have to have a positive mindset. Our mindset has to be in alignment with our Maker, our Creator, and our words have to be in alignment. Our actions have to be in alignment. Everything has to be in alignment. It has to be in perfect alignment. It has to be lined up in the right order, because divine order is always necessary. Obedience is always necessary. So if you really want to see prosperity in your life, if you desire to prosper, because many are talking about the eagle right now. The eagle, and they're talking about soaring high. And I've got a word to share on that later, but I'm not going to on the live. That'll be a different video with a different title. But remember, when we were reflecting on Sukkot, Sukkot is not a Jewish holiday. Sukkot has to do with the harvest time. It's for all people. It's for all nationalities, all nations, tribes, tongues. Even the animals and angels know about Sukkot. And this particular time in this season, Sukkot was all about being a shadow and type of the marriage covenant. That's right. So, like I said earlier, we are going to continue with Sukkot and go deeper so that we can have a new revelation and new revelations about Sukkot until we get into Hanukkah and go deeper with Hanukkah, because Hanukkah has some deep roots as well. It's more than just lights and sitting around eating potato latkes, or known as potato pancakes, and all of that. And that is much deeper than just 7 or 8 days of prayers and particular food and lighting candles. It's much deeper. So we have to go deeper if we want a deeper level in our lives. If we want the deeper meaning of life, we have to go deeper. We have to desire that our spiritual eyes and all of our spiritual senses be sharpened and heightened. So as we go forth, we're going to declare and decree those promises over our lives in this victory season. We declare and we decree this is our victory season, and we are in the winner's circle, and this is celebration time. No matter what it looks like with our natural eyes, we are going to allow our spiritual senses to take us and lead and guide us where our Maker, our Creator has for us to go. Whether it's to another nation, another state, wherever it is, to an island. Perhaps it's not to move location geographically, but it's to move in the spiritual realm, to move to a different place spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in whatever capacity. We bow to our Maker, our Creator, and we submit and we surrender completely to that divine assignment, to that divine plan for our lives, knowing that those divine connections and helpers will come and meet us, and we will be with them, and they will be with us, and we will be able to reach that time of that harvest time of that celebration, because the table is set. As some of you may know, it is written about the table being set in the presence of the enemies. Notice it doesn't say enemy, it's plural, enemies. Because our Maker sets a table for us in the presence of our enemies. And that does not mean that those people have to stay enemies. Sometimes enemies can become friends, and sometimes friends can become enemies. That's why we cannot put our hope, our faith, our confidence, and trust in any person, place, or thing which can lead us to idolatry. Now that leads us to the next part of the prayer point here. We're going to pray and declare and decree that idolatry and greed and ignorance and the like is not going to be what keeps us from the blessings, the promises, the miracles, the sweet surprises, and everything else that is our portion. Let's get ready and get into it, because it's not enough just to pray or to read the scrolls and all of that. It's not enough just to go to a building or to hear prophecy. We have to do our part. We have to do our part. It requires us to do something with our eyes, with our ears, with our lips. It requires us to do something, but we cannot be people that are not cleansed and purified, washed, pruned, purged, refined. We have to go through that process, which is uncomfortable sometimes. Just like gold and silver, we have to be purified. Just like that diamond. The diamond has to go through that process before it becomes a diamond. And then look at it. It sparkles. It glimmers. Some people say a diamond shines, but a diamond does more than shine. It actually doesn't really shine. It's different. It actually glimmers and shimmers, and it has this radiance about it. It sparkles. Diamonds really sparkle. So whether you're a diamond or whether you're gold or silver or a combination of all of those, regardless, remember this is the season where many are going to be like that eagle, because the eagle is one of the few animals, especially among the birds, that can soar so high. The strongest of the birds, that I believe has almost the largest eggs next to maybe another type of bird. I can't remember the other bird, but anyway. And the eagles usually in later life, they're able to shed they get new parts. I believe it's the beak and the feet. They get new parts. That's why it says we renewed like the eagle. The eagle has that vitality. The eagle carries that youth. The eagle carries that strength. And the eagle is monogamous. The eagle mates for life. So we're to be more like the eagle. It's an analogy. It's an illustration. It doesn't mean that we're eagles. We're not birds, of course. We are people. So we're going to declare and we're going to decree, and then we're going to close out of the live and come back together at a later time and pray to cover all the nations. As we lift up all the nations, we have that heart of gratitude. So we pray and we give all of that gratitude to our Maker, our Creator, as we come together. We're thankful. So we come together, unite our voices to express gratitude to our Maker, our Creator. Oh, Most High, Adonai, El Shaddai, El Elyon, so many names, but only one true Creator. We express our gratitude to you for having transportation, shelter, food, clothing, all of the necessities, and we desire to have more than enough. We desire to have abundance and overflow so we can bless many others. Not just those who we know, not just our family and friends and those we care about, but to bless even the orphans, the widows, the strangers, and the imprisoned, those that we do not know. That is the whole point of Sukkot and all of those feasts and Hanukkah, so we could tabernacle together and meet new people and invite them into the family. Those who do not have family and friends, those that may be alone, that don't have anybody, that needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody, so we will not be able to prosper unless we have teamwork. Two are always better than one. That's not just for the covenant marriage, but that's for everything. Two are better than one. One could do a lot, but two together could do so much more. And when two are together, they can help each other win even more and win big. We're going to win regardless, because our Maker, our Creator, can never lose, because our Maker, our Creator, always wins every single battle, every war. Nothing is impossible, and all things are possible. And we declare and we decree vitality over us, that we will be like the eagles and soar high, that we will be renewed, restored, rejuvenated, revived, replenished, that we will be reset in every sense of the word. Thank you so much for joining in on this live. And we are going to close out with a quick prayer for the nations, and then a quick prayer for us and our families and those close to our hearts. May we always desire to meet somebody new or do something new, because new is good. And we declare and we decree the victory in our lives and the lives of those that we know and those that we don't know, for every nation and every generation. We speak life over the earth, that all of the anger, the envy, the greed, the gluttony, and the like will be far removed from us. We declare and we decree that ignorance, idolatry, greed, sloth, pride, unforgiveness, bitterness will not be our portion. Our portion is love, unity, peace, prosperity, wealth, and everything that is good. We declare and we decree that those blessings, promises, and miracles with our names on it are going to come to our doors quickly with speed, acceleration. We receive that multiplication. Shalom, salutations, blessings to each and every one of you. And before I close out, I want to give a quick testimony of a sign I saw. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I saw a Brinks money truck, and it made a sharp turn, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is a money truck. And then I believe the other day I saw a FedEx truck next to a money truck. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I believe that's a clear sign to us that prosperity and wealth is coming. It may not always be in the same manner for everybody. It may not be in dollars and cents. For some, it may be gold and silver, some diamonds and pearls, or however it comes. For others, it may be land, territory. For others, it could be divine favors. For some, it could be supernatural provision, however it is. And for some of us, it may just be all of the above plus. So whether you're married, unmarried, engaged, betrothed, separated, whatever it is, allow our Maker, our Creator, the ultimate matchmaker, the only true Cupid who puts two together, tell you and give you your husband or your wife. So you will have the right person. So you will be in the right marriage, in the right relationship that is blessed, that has favor. So as you go about your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever time zone you're in, may our Maker, our Creator, Adonai, bless you and keep you. And may Adonai give you shalom and sweet sleep. So please remember, whatever is going on in your life, our Maker knows exactly how to bless you. We don't need a natural means to bless us. All we have to do is look up and look to the one who has created and made us, who owns everything, who reigns and rules above the heavens and the earth. Woo, it's getting windy out here. You would think it was March. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you're new and you have not been here before to the Love Circle, thank you so much for joining in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, connect, tell somebody about the Love Circle. We go live every single day just about. And we're always praying. We're always talking about love, because this is the Love Circle. What else would we do here but talk about love? And we love to encourage people, but we always have to stand on the absolute truth. So in closing, blessings to each and every one of you. And have a wonderful night and have sweet sleep. And again, this is from the YouTube audio library. From the YouTube audio library. And this is Morning Dew, Density and Time. Have a wonderful evening and night or morning. Blessings.